These two grown men had never seen The Simpsons. How the fuck's that even happen? They're two grown men on a mission now, so buckle up and just strap in.
Working hard for the man. Hey, he's a American dream.
These two grown men had never seen The Simpsons. It's America's barley basket.
Welcome to episode 76 of America's Barley Basket. My name is Nathan Folsenbuck. Sitting beside me in the flesh is Marlon Wells.
Hello, Nathan.
Hello, Marlon.
How are you?
Sleep deprived. Freshly showered, freshly bathed.
That's good.
So got that going. These pants should also be washed.
I thought you were going to say burned.
Trump. Oh boy, these are my comedy pants. They should get a good boiling. They need a monthly cauldron boil to
get an oar in
get
there.
The sins out of them. Yeah, stirring up that. Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah. What a scene for your neighbors! You boiling your pants in a propane turkey fire.
Yeah.
Turkey cooker on your driveway.
Bunch of hobos heating their hands over. Yeah. They got that pants stew going.
You're stirring it with a fucking boat oar.
Hey, mister, don't dump that so soon. Don't be hasty. Me and the boys would love to eat that pants stew.
Oh, God, it's like a soup bone.
Yeah.
Like,
boy.
Riches everything up real good.
They're dumping fucking all the little snippets of meat they found into it.
Slicing carrots into it like Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, old tuna cans.
Oh, God damn it.
We strain it with our socks. Good for you.
All right, get off. You got to get off my property, guys.
This is an old-fashioned pants boil. Now you guys made it into something weird.
I like that you're offended that they made it weird.
I'm meanwhile stirring a kettle of pants in just a sweatshirt in my front yard.
Yep, no bottoms.
Just completely
fully
Winnie the Pooh in it.
Yep. Yeah. Just out.
Yeah.
It's November. It's cold.
Hey, it's the best time for pants boil. Want to do this in the summer?
That's what I'm always saying. You gotta do a pants boil in the winter. I also am hella sleep deprived. Man, I don't know what it was. I got about 5 hours of sleep last night, and that ain't enough for me. I'm a fancy boy when it comes to my sleep. I need more than that.
Yeah, well, I mean, all humans do. Some of us are just lying to ourselves.
I need an 8 to 10. I'm an 8 to 10 boy.
10 is fucking wild.
Mm-hmm. I got 10 the night before.
Man.
And then 5.
I would.
Last night.
My body would panic, and I would vacate my bowels if I got 10. My body would assume I died. Oh, it's over. Hey, let's celebrate. Empty the party chute.
Hit the fireworks.
Yeah. What a firework that'd be.
Just a loose, wet flump of a turd in your bed.
Woo. One little New Year's noisemaker.
One little noisemaker. Yeah, I fucking woke up at 6 a.m. for no good reason. Yeah. Couldn't go back to sleep.
That's roughly when I went to bed.
Oh, so, good. Yeah. We're doing good.
Yeah, what a way to start the week.
Sleep deprived and clean.
Yeah, so scrubbed.
Yeah. Really got him. Really got in there.
Yeah, did that. Twist your hand multiple angles in the old beehole area.
Oh, nice. Really get in there.
Getting all the walls, upper, bottom. Yep. No. Crevice was safe.
No, just swipe.
I'm free of pheromones now, though. Mm-hmm. Finally, I can go to the mall without women gawking at me because I'm not putting out. The vibe ain't getting put out. You know.
Yeah. I'm happy that you can go to a Spencer's Gift without risking a dog piling from all the young honeys at the Claire's.
Just kicking out them pheromones, just the machismo's overpowering for some of the gals.
Walk past the wet seal and cause a fucking scene.
Some of these women out there don't respect anything.
You are not a piece of meat.
Right? Thank you. I am a consumer. Leave me to shop for my blacklight posters in peace, please.
Look, it's a tiny wizard sitting on a toadstool smoking a bong. Yeah. That's going in the kitchen.
Yeah. And I like to be able to enjoy this without this woman staring at my thighs.
Oh, well, when you're not causing a scene at the mall, you're watching Simpsons.
Goddamn right I am.
That's I as well, watching Simpsons. We're going to wrap up season 17 today and burst into season 18.
We did it.
We'll see how that goes. We'll see how fresh season goes. I always like a crossover episode. We'll start with episode 21 of season 17, which is The Monkey Suit. We have Bart watching television. It's Labor Day, and he realizes that he's wasted his whole summer.
Yeah.
And he has a whole checklist of things that he wanted to do with his summer, and now he's got to cram them all into one day. He's got to win a baseball game, which he does. He has to be in the summer play, so he just bursts onto the stage during the ending of Grease 2. He sees the summer blockbuster, which is a Men in Black type.
Yep. Totally Men in Black, yeah.
Yeah. He does I like the last one is he has to have a summer romance, and they have him sitting on a park bench with a girl, and they smooch, and he's like, okay, thanks, and he runs off and checks it off his list, and then we stay with her for a second, and she has a summer to-do list that says kiss 100 boys.
That might be the biggest chuckle this episode got out of me.
She checks off. I thought that was funny.
What's your stance on the Men in Black movies? Did you ever see that last one?
I never did. I saw 1 and 2. 2 is fucking bad. 2's real bad.
Is it really? Is that the one with
Rosario Dawson?
And like in the main villain's a woman?
Yes.
Yeah, Linda Fiorentino or something like that.
I was going to say Hamilton, which I knew wasn't right. Yeah. I don't remember who it is, but
oh no, it's Laura Flynn Boyle.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's bad, huh?
It's real.
I think I
bad.
saw, but it's like I enjoyed the first one. I have literally not seen it since it was in the theater, but
I'll stand by the first one as a legit classic.
Yeah.
1 is fucking good. I never saw 3 or that new one.
Oh,
with
there was a
Thor.
third too. Yeah.
The third one's like a time travel one. That's where Josh Brolin plays Tommy Lee Jones.
So there's got to be a pretty big gap between 2 and 3.
I think so, yes.
So then 3 and 4 must be fairly close together. I mean, within 5 years.
Probably 5 years if I were to guess. Yeah. I don't. I didn't see that new one. I didn't hear very good things. I heard that third one is fine, especially when compared to the second one, which is garbage.
Huh, I had no idea that the second one was that bad.
I adore in that first one. I was just the right age for it.
Yeah.
I adore Vincent D'Onofrio's performance in that as the Edgar.
Yeah.
The Edgar suit alien.
Yeah.
That's just super funny.
Is he just some hillbilly that had like a meteor land in his yard?
Yeah, and then gets like,
hollowed out by
it. Skinned and gets worn. Yeah, he's imagine that Vincent D'Onofrio is good in something.
Yeah, right.
Vincent D'Onofrio is good in fucking everything.
Got a pretty good batting average.
Vincent D'Onofrio plays the best on-screen Marvel villain as the Kingpin in the Daredevil Netflix series.
I forgot all about that.
Marvel has never done better in the villain section than Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin.
He is like the bad guy killer dude in that really weird, like kind of at the peak of her movie career, Jennifer Lopez movie, The Cell.
Okay.
Or doesn't she go into his brain, into this weird world where like there's dissected horses and shit?
I've never seen it, but I've seen the poster.
Yeah.
I've seen the cover.
It's a 90-minute Nine Inch Nails video.
Okay. I'm pretty into that.
Man. I'm sure I was drunk at that age when I saw it. So
Can I put it on mute and just listen to Nine Inch Nails?
There you go. Man.
Oh, would that be like a Wizard of Oz Pink Floyd thing?
And I don't think I'm dropping any hot takes here when I say Jennifer Lopez is a hot ticket. So there you go. I get to enjoy Pretty Lady and some very disturbing visuals. And
I like that you're brave enough to say things like Jennifer Lopez is a hot ticket.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, I'm not afraid of the PC police.
God, your confidence.
One step ahead because I'm a goddamn outlaw.
It's no wonder you get lady attacked at
right?
the mall.
Exactly. It's like, who is
confidence that
he's got
exude.
the charisma of Kid
There's just
Rock.
A fucking frothiness to it.
Yep. I'm not gonna apologize for it.
God, speaking of which, did you see that fucking new song of his?
No, I read about it, but oh man,
my ass, it's so bad.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, is it?
Well,
Like,
yeah, of course it fucking
how
is. But
amazing would it be if Kid Rock put out like a banger new metal album at this point in the game? Like
this song is clearly like I'm back with my ba with ba attitude.
oh really?
Oh, except
man.
I'm still a fucking lunatic right wing idiot.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm singing about.
We're still just pandering to those people.
Oh fuck, it's so bad. Like it's worth watching because of how bad it is. But because when I first saw the video come across my Twitter with no audio, I was like, oh shit, is Kid Rock back to being the Kid Rock that I liked when I was 16 years old? And I opened it up. I was like, oh, no, not at all, actually. Okay.
No. He's giving fucking Mike Pence a piggyback ride in the video. Eskimo kisses.
Oh, God. So Lisa has one thing left on her summer list that she wants to get done. She wants to go to the museum. So they go to the museum. She and Marge are excited to see this loom exhibit. And then that day, that exhibit closes, and they do an exhibit on weapons.
Yeah.
Homer and Bart, or Homer mainly, he's the ringleader here, cuts in front of Ned, and then the whole line cuts in front of Ned. So Ned and the boys are at the back of the line.
Yeah.
We get a 3D IMAX film about nunchucks, which is fucking funny. Like, I like that the film is basically like, these were invented by accident and they're useless.
Yeah.
Whereas I bet in the right hands, a nunchuck will fuck you right up.
Yeah. But I mean, I think I get what they're saying. Like,
Yeah.
a skilled man with a nunchuck is still going to get destroyed by a skilled man with a sword or
True.
something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
that's fair. You ever picked up and swung a pair of nunchucks?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I sure have.
You've been to any gun show ever?
I busted my knuckles real bad in someone's bedroom with them in high school. Like, fuck, are these real? Fuck yeah, they are. Oh, my God.
Oh, my balls.
Good way to pinch yourself. Those chains swinging around your fingers. Like,
I love the visual of Maggie wielding a switchblade is very funny. She gets the little mean furrowed brows and is fucking coming at Marge with that switchblade.
like Marge right away was, oh, this is cute. That's like, hey, be cool.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I like that be cool was a good touch. Like,
Homer at the bulletproof vest display, just shooting himself in the chest over
Good
and
dumb
over
Homer.
is funny. Yeah. We get a lot of good visual gags here in the fucking weapon museum.
I bet getting shot even with a bulletproof vest, I bet that hurts.
Oh fuck yeah! I bet it's like getting hit with a baseball bat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know. Johnny Knoxville kind of got his first claim to fame as he did that for like a video for a skateboarding magazine.
Yeah, for
Daily Bread.
not Thrasher, not Daily Bread.
Oh,
Fuck.
okay, yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but yeah, he essentially did a video of like cop non-lethal stuff,
Yeah.
so like rubber bullets, tasers, pepper spray, and then that became like he and Tremaine, because Tremaine was running the magazine at that time, just fucking took off with it.
Huh.
God, I can't fucking imagine getting shot with a fucking bulletproof vest on.
Oh fuck.
I can't imagine a lot of the things the
Would you
Jackass boys
would you
do.
rather get shot with a rubber bullet or get shot with a real bullet with a vest on?
Oh, fuck, bro.
I think.
Give me the rubber bullet. I don't trust a vest maker that much.
Yeah, I think a rubber bullet probably will be way more inconvenient because that bruise is going to be brutal for a long time. But I bet the pain of getting shot with a real bullet is so fucking soul destroying.
I bet it's pretty similar, except you don't have the risk of a rubber bullet killing you.
Yeah.
As long as it's like not in the fucking head or something.
Yeah.
They're not non-lethal. They're less lethal.
Yeah.
We also get a Milhouse laying in the torture rack and Bart ratcheting him up because he wants to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Stretched out Milhouse is very awkward and creepy.
Didn't like it.
Nope, not a bit.
Didn't like when Milhouse came out of the museum, like too tall and kind of rubbery, kind of
Way long arms. Yeah.
He looked like Luigi in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show cartoon shorts.
He is not built right.
Flanders, by the time they get to the exhibit, the door's shut because that's closed for the day. So now they have to. The weapons one is closed, but you're welcome to check out the history of man, and it's all evolution shit, which blows him and the boys' minds.
Yeah.
And he's not happy about it.
I love how quickly the boys are swayed by it too. Like,
Yep. Wait, was mommy a monkey? I don't remember. That's a great line.
Yep. Well, what about storks?
Yeah.
And then one of them goes and there's a stork. He starts. He's like, I think he's stop praying to that stork.
Yeah, that was a funny exchange. Like, well, did we evolve from monkeys? No, the stork brought you. But then who made the storks? God did. And then cut to the other one praying to a taxidermied stork. So Ned, not going to take this lying down. He goes to Lovejoy, and Lovejoy and his wife are like, yeah, this is fucking hot controversy. Let's fucking get in on this. So Lovejoy and Ned Flanders take it to the school and holler at Principal Skinner and browbeat him into teaching creationism in school. And we have a good propaganda video about creationism, which is pretty funny. Lisa not thrilled about this.
Do you remember any religious hot takes in your school during science?
I don't, but I also, my entire young life, I never had a science teacher worth a shit. So I think every science teacher I ever had was like, well, are you qualified for this? Well, I'm married to an accountant. Okay, that's close enough.
So I remember one of our biology teachers being like, okay, this is how I was taught in college, but hey, if you believe in God doing all this, that's cool too, man. Just, hey, I just need this job. Listen, don't call anybody. You're all going to get A's for everyone. He was like, oh man, this sucks that he has to do this.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we were for sure taught evolution, but I don't think we were taught creationism alongside of it.
Yeah.
But we probably got some manner of disclaimer also, if I were to guess.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like most of all that hubbub came after I was out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Lisa not thrilled about this creationism thing, of course, and then so she brings it up at a town hall meeting, and the town votes to only teach creationism. They boot fucking evolution out of the school. Lisa then makes a on-the-sly evolution club so that she can read Darwin's Origin of Species to them, and is immediately arrested for fucking trying
heresy.
Yeah, essentially heresy. And she's like, there's so many worse crimes. Can't you why are you arresting me? And Wiggum explains we really only have the manpower to arrest people for whatever the latest law that was made is. Yeah. And then it cuts to Snake standing on top of the Quickie Mart with a fucking assault rifle, mass shooting people.
This is a new chapter in the crimes of Snake.
Yeah.
He was more of a professional criminal before.
Yeah.
He wasn't a lunatic.
He was just a stick-up man.
Yeah.
But now he's standing on top of the Quickie Mart, judging who lives and dies.
Yeah, you live.
Jesus
you die.
Christ. So now we're going to trial, wanting to get evolution back in school. Lisa's dejected about how this isn't going to work out. Marge reads her evolution book and is like, oh, there's something to this, and she has an idea of how to get how to sway the trial in her favor. She gives Homer a beer that's not a twist off, and he acts like a fucking ape trying to get it off. And Flanders is on the stand at the time, and he shouts about Homer quit being such an ape, which then is grounds for them winning the case. Well, he called him an ape, so that means I guess evolution's real. Overturned.
And then doesn't it turn out it was a twist top the whole time?
Yeah,
too?
It was a twist top the whole time, which is very funny.
Yeah.
And then that's fucking wraps it up in the courtroom.
That is a theme in this batch of episodes. Real quick, hard stops.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Pretty decent laughs in here. Not like, I don't know. I didn't think it was a particularly strong episode, but there are a couple good gags in there.
It seems like humor-wise, this season's definitely been a step below last season.
Did you understand there's that recurring gag where Nelson keeps taking off masks to reveal that he's Nelson, and then it does the puzzle
pieces? Yeah. It has to be from some.
It's got to be from something
60s.
I didn't
TV
bother
show.
looking it up.
Yep.
It's probably
because they were kind of. There's a few of them. There was also in the baseball scene with Bart. there was the slow motion with like the lights, field lights exploding.
With that, like, what is it from Chariots of Fire or whatever that song is from?
But I think that scene is from a movie called The Natural with Robert Redford, where it's a baseball type movie. Like,
sure.
So that there might have been even one more in this episode too. They were really piling them up.
Really leaned on those.
There was a scene in this I didn't get. I think Marge is maybe on the phone doing something, and she's like peeling an orange, and she throws the orange peel away, and Maggie's in the trash. What did I miss there?
I thought, so maybe I'm wrong, but I took that as, because maybe Maggie kind of pops out of the trash and Marge is kind of like taken aback. I think that's still Marge being afraid of Maggie from the Switchblade incident earlier, is how I read that anyway. I could be wrong, but I've never been wrong about anything in my life before, so it's probably not going to start
weird
today.
For it to start now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Today of all days.
Well, we are at the end of season 17. This is episode 22, question mark?
You got it.
Marge and Homer turn a couple play. Starts with I think they're watching a show called Hunch. Does that sound right?
Yes, Hunch. It's like, that fucking detective show.
It's, as you can imagine, it's just a detective who just goes by his gut.
Yeah.
And they're playing off of I'm assuming by this point we're playing off of the CSI type TV shows. I mean, there's been a lot of cop procedural shows have been a staple of American television for decades now.
Especially ones with like a gimmick like that. Like, this one detective who has, like, I thought of Monk right away.
Yeah, good call.
Or maybe Psych, you know.
And while watching this, it cuts to a Springfield Isotopes baseball game, and it turns out the Isotopes are doing very well. And the Simpsons, mostly Homer, true bandwagon fan that he is, decides, hey, we are long-time Isotopes fans. Let's go root for the hometown team.
Fair weather, baby.
Yeah, so they go there, and it's a packed house, getting there because they're good. And Buck Mitchell is the first baseman for the Springfield Isotopes. Kind of, it's implied he's their best player.
Yeah.
And he gets embarrassed by his girlfriend, a stripper/pop singer named Tabitha Vicks. She does a very spicy version of the national anthem. Who is she voiced by? It has to be somebody famous.
Oh, it's oh fuck.
Is it Britney Spears?
No, but she's definitely playing a Britney Spears type.
Yeah.
And that song even is kind of a Britney Spears Toxic knockoff. Fuck, I had to look this up because I too had thought that.
And so after her performance,
Mandy Moore.
Oh, good pull. Yep. After the performance, Buck Mitchell is very shook and he's playing horrendously, bunch of errors, bunch of strikeouts, and the fans are kind of getting a little riled up because of the poor quality of play in the field. So whoever is in charge of something like this panics and let's get the kiss cam fired up, where we get to see Mrs. Molman.
Right?
That is rare. Who would have assumed?
I don't think we've ever even heard of Mrs. Molman.
I don't think we knew a Miss Molman existed till now.
I like that she's clearly just Hans Molman, but in a wig.
Yeah. Well, then I think the doctor and his wife are on there.
Yeah, the Hibberts.
Yeah, he lets them know they his response. We find public displays of affection revolting or something like that. And then it cuts to Homer and Marge, and being how they are, they oblige the kiss cam. The gag is Homer's looking at the screen like, look at that old dude.
Yeah, look at that old man.
Yeah, and then he realizes it's him. And he's like, homie, we're on the kiss cam. We got a kiss. Like, you'd kiss an old man like me? Just was a good laugh. And Buck sees all of this. And after the game, Buck calls upon Homer and Marge to help him with his marriage to Tabitha, which now it cuts to like Homer acting like he's a marriage counselor, like his little glasses and stuff like that, and brings him into the house. They do a little bit of talking, a few gags, which I don't know, nothing noteworthy, but I was engaged, I guess. And then it cuts. Then I guess the most important thing is at this time, and it seems like it worked. They seem like their marriage is better now.
Buck's playing better.
They both are very thankful to Homer and Marge, to the point that Homer gets invited to one of Tabitha's concerts, and he's in the green room with her, which he is very thrilled that there's complimentary fried chicken, which is an awesome thing for a pop star to have on their rider.
Right, for a 20-something skinny pop star has buckets of chicken in their rider.
So she has like a knot in her back, and she asks Homer to give her a massage, which it's all above the belt. Like, hey, can you help me out here?
It's just a neck rub.
And
I like that she specifies, since your fingers are all greasy anyway.
Yeah. And Buck walks by, and he hears moans of ecstasy from Homer from eating the chicken, and her from getting the relief on her back. So Buck is now furious, and he thinks the marriage is not savable. So then now they kind of have to go on defense, and Homer realizes he goofed up and has to figure out a way to kind of fucking get things fixed here. Oh, and then at one point, Moe calls into a sports talk radio show basically to get a free T-shirt.
Yeah.
And they recognize his voice, and they ask, well, what about that bumper sticker we sent you? And then it just cuts to him pulling his shirt up. He just casually mentions that he's using it to hold in a hernia.
Which is insane.
So gross.
Yeah, he's got that fucking sticker over his hernia.
I love the de-evolution of Moe, just how pathetic Moe's become in these seasons.
Yeah, I like Moe a lot.
And we're back at the ballpark. I do like that there's also multiple Duffmans. Like,
yeah, there's
don't
3
tell the
Duffmen.
kids. It's still disillusioning. Oh, yeah.
I love Duffman.
Yep, Duffman's such a good. And the funny thing is, it's just going to get more and more aged.
Yeah.
Like
It's because it's like Spuds MacKenzie meets the Kool-Aid Man with a little bit of Chester Cheeto in there.
Yep.
And like those aren't things anymore. Like the party dude mascot is not a real thing anymore.
So Homer tries to trick Buck into thinking that Tabitha wants him back during the game, but it backfires. And people find out, and like, because it's like, you've made a mockery of Mini Bat Day. So he's about to get his head caved in by Buck on the field, is what it appears to be. Because he commandeers the
blimp
to
Duff
say,
blimp.
yeah, I love you, take me back, or whatever.
Yeah,
and then the blimp crashes. Which is always, that'll stop a baseball game to remove a fucking Zeppelin from the field.
Has that ever really like happened? Do you think the Goodyear blimp has ever gone down?
I wonder.
There's an amazing photo. The first time they tried to do the XFL back in the late 90s, early 2000s, they were flying. They had the XFL blimp, and during the NFL season, they would fly it over NFL games, and they were doing that in San Francisco, and they fucking crashed it while going over a San Francisco 49ers game.
You're kidding.
Yep, you can find those photos of the XFL blimp God. Half deflated, laying on a bunch of cars.
Oh my God.
That was before their season kicked off. Like, that's not a good precursor.
It doesn't seem like they feature the blimp much anymore in NFL games.
No, like, you still get the shots from the blimp, like the overhead camera shots, but it can't be feasible anymore. Like, drones are cheap and take better photos.
Yeah, good call. Yeah.
I can't imagine that they're even still using it.
Yeah. I wonder if have they retired blimps? What a weird thing that was every televised game pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
At least the big game of like the Sunday night and Monday night games.
It would at least get shown,
from the Goodyear blimp.
I'm sure as long as Goodyear keeps shelling out money for it, they'll keep doing it.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
The Goodyear drone doesn't have the same
a little more ominous.
pizzazz.
Yeah. So you don't have to worry about the Goodyear blimp peeking in your windows while you're taking a shit.
Yeah.
But the Goodyear drone could do that.
Buy these tires or we're going to drop a tiny bomb down your chimney.
Yeah. We're going to record you jacking off and send it to your grandma.
Not again.
I'll buy the tires.
I'll buy the tires. I was a Yokohama man, but I'll buy your tires.
Me mama doesn't need that anymore.
I don't love Cooper enough to watch Meemaw see that.
I got Cooper tires right now.
Oh, yeah? I'm pretty sure I got Goodyears now that I'm thinking about it.
So Marge steps in just before Homer's beaten senseless by Buck in front of the Isotopes crowd, and Tabitha announces that she still wants to be with Buck.
Aww.
And then one of the Latin American players announces that his mother's been kidnapped by bandits. And the episode just
and
ends.
credits. Yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. Out of fucking nowhere.
It's almost like the end of the episode was taken out of their creative control. It's like,
yeah,
no, we're going to decide. We got to cut it off here because we need to show ads for fucking the 7th spinoff of the Cleveland Show or something.
I feel like someone shouted pencils down, and that was it.
Yep.
There's a couple, like, I thought this was a pretty unremarkable episode. There's a few good baseball jokes. I loved Grandpa telling that story where he was in the women's league in 1942 trying to avoid the war. Yeah. And they do like some grainy footage, like, again, it's League of Their Own, but with Abe Simpson. Fuck, that was funny. And then there's a moment, the play-by-play guy gets a couple moments to shine in this episode. The guy doing baseball play-by-play on the radio. At one point, he's like, that's the 6th error for Buck. If you're keeping score at home, your loneliness saddens me. Holy shit, that was funny. At one point later, when Buck hits a homer, he's like, and it's going. And just like America's respect on the global stage, it is gone. Like, I love that announcer.
I wonder if any good, were any of the all-time great baseball players still playing during World War II? Because, I mean, if you're between the ages of 18 and 34, you probably got drafted. But some baseball players that play well into their late 30s and are good. Yeah. But I wonder if you were a player of large renown, you just got sent over there to do USO type things.
Yeah, just do some celebrity shit.
I bet baseball stats from that era are weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be
old
curious.
Dudes, and then. Back then, a lot of random shit could keep you out of the draft.
Yeah.
Because they talk about people being bummed. I got flat feet. Can't be in the war.
I wonder if you
left-handed can't be in the war.
If you look at a graph of does the batting percentage just take a fucking dump 1 year or for a couple years there?
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never thought of that.
I know they played.
I was gonna say they played.
They never didn't have a World Series in that time.
Yeah, I don't know. They never quit during World War I either, though, did they?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Baseball wasn't quite what it was in the 40s, in the teens, though, either. So
it was big, but it
was big, but it wasn't. It wasn't what it was.
Back then, it was Major League Baseball and college football were the kings of sport, and boxing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, boxing.
Yeah,
man, remember boxing?
Yeah, right.
Remember when boxing was rad?
Relevant. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe with Tyson Fury, it's kind of going to make a little bit of a comeback.
I like Tyson Fury. Yeah, he's fun.
It's perplexing that the man shaped like that could be that good at a sport.
Exactly. Especially that sport. If he was a good DH, I'd believe it.
Yeah, or a offensive lineman. But he's so nimble and 6'8". I mean, we say doughy, but underneath that dough is chiseled granite.
Right,
sure,
he's just got a layer of soft,
That's an interesting thing that some boxers want. George Foreman and his weird 40-year-old renaissance in boxing in the 90s when he had the world belt, all the belts again, he looked like he had full mommy milkers. He was fucking morbidly obese. But he always said, he's like, I want to have some on me just to absorb those body blows. Yeah. God.
So fucking weird.
What do you think getting hit in the ribs by a heavyweight boxer feels like? I bet it is life altering.
Yeah. I bet it feels like falling out of a truck.
Yeah, I don't follow boxing enough anymore, but there were guys that was their specialty was knockouts by body blows.
Yep.
Just see a guy get hit in the liver, and it's not like getting hit in the face where you just pile over. It's just 1 or 2 seconds, and then they just crumple. Yeah. Or they just take a knee. Yep. They just the wince on the pain on their face. These are guys that do this for a living, and holy fuck.
You can find footage. I think it's from Pride fighting. Boss Rudin fucking exploded a guy's liver with a fucking left hook to the body, and you can watch that dude because it's immediate. You can watch the ripples go through his body, and he just doubles over and locks up solid, like he fucking Sub-Zero hit him with the ice ball and just falls over. It's scary.
There was a white guy in the 80s. He didn't box very long, but he was just this big, tall, kind of lean white guy. It was Jerry something. And he just had
Seinfeld.
a monster. Jerry Seinfeld. He'd wear jeans in the ring. And, but he just, I think the thing was he didn't have much technique, but he just had a monster left. He was all left.
One punch.
Yep. It's like a video game where some of the buttons are broke. He can't do the other half of the body, but he would just throw these relentless left jabs and left hooks, and those fucking hooks. I think the reason I know about this is George Foreman talked about it.
Okay.
It's like that guy's left hook made you really reconsider why you would do this for a living. Like,
why am I here?
Oh, I fucking bet that hurts. God, they'd be like someone swinging a railroad tie and hitting you in the ribs with it. Like I would be in the ER immediately. You're supposed to just keep fighting? No.
Why are you in this assisted living home? You're so young.
Yeah.
I got punched.
I got punched once.
One time.
Guy was really good at it. Oh.
God, the idea of getting hit with a railroad tie.
Fuck. Some giant cartoon character looking guy swinging it like a bat.
Fucking 80-pound, 10-foot piece of wood.
It's covering that weird sticky shit.
Tar,
Yeah. It stained my shirt too.
That's why it's so heavy. It's full of tar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So there it is. We put a bow on season 17.
We did it.
Kind of an anticlimactic end, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
So now we're bursting through the walls of season 18. We are now into the fall of 2006. The Simpsons are now very well ensconced. Is that the right word?
Oh,
Entrenched
good use of ensconced.
in their Sunday night lineup spot. And now the salad days of Drexel's Class and Babes are over. We get the same things over and over again. Your Family Guys, your King of the Hill. We did get a random new sitcom called The Winner, which was maybe, as far as I know, Seth MacFarlane's only foray into live-action comedy on TV. He had that Western movie.
Yeah.
This was a TV. Well, no, he had that Star
that space
Trek
show.
thingy. Yeah.
That wouldn't have been on at this time, but he did eventually give that a whirl again.
This is a show called The Winner. It was a live-action sitcom starring the, I think, great Rob Corddry. I think is how you pronounce his name.
Like Rob Corddry, from Daily Show and Adult Swim, Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
I think he's very funny.
Yeah. It was created by Seth MacFarlane, one of the other writers of Family Guy. I'm guessing this is probably about peak MacFarlane dick swinging power at Fox.
Yeah.
We're about 3 years into the comeback. It's still mega hit Family Guy. So
is American Dad and or the Cleveland Show here yet? Probably not Cleveland Show.
American Dad's already cooking right now too.
Yeah.
I was shocked how quickly American Dad became a thing.
Yeah. Like it's still on.
Yeah, no. Think of that. American Dad's one of the longest running sitcoms in American history.
Yeah.
Who would have guessed?
I don't get it. Yeah. I don't think the show's very good.
Yeah, I put it a step below Family Guy, definitely.
Yeah, same here.
But I guess even Seth MacFarlane can't always work magic, because this show called The Winner only made it one season. One show that is no longer a Sunday night partner in crime with The Simpsons, Malcolm in the Middle, is now bowed out after a pretty damn good run.
Oh yeah, that's gone by now.
That a show you watched ever much in your?
No, I've caught part of an episode here and there, but never sat down and watched it.
I don't know where I was at in life, but years after this show went off the air, I only had Antenna TV, and one of the channels showed reruns of that show. A pretty good show.
Yeah, I always heard it was good.
Unique. Like it's real kind of a goofball show.
Yeah, I always heard it was good, and I heard it really did a lot for like how it was shot and all that. Like it was very different from other sitcoms at the time. Looked different.
Yep. Definitely.
I didn't come around on old Brian Cranberry until the Breaking Bad days.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing him on Seinfeld, and but I didn't think, oh shit, this guy's the greatest actor of our generation.
Yeah.
That never crossed my mind. Another, not a Sunday night show, but a longtime Fox stalwart of comedy, The 70s show. This had been the first year we didn't have the 70s show.
Oh, they're gone at this point.
I was thinking if you would have asked me, I would have thought it lasted a season or two longer than that.
2006,
but,
yeah.
Yep.
I really liked that 70s show.
It was one of those shows when I saw ads, I was like, oh, that looks terrible. But then when I finally got to see it, and that's another show I enjoyed in syndication. I don't know if I ever watched a fresh episode on Fox.
Yeah, I probably watched most of that 70s show on like Comedy Central or something.
The one I never liked the Hyde character. That was I never bought him as like the tough guy.
I never bought him as being cool.
Yeah,
was my thing.
It's like 1977. The Kelso character would have fucking put him in a fucking full Nelson and made him eat his own underwear.
Yeah.
He's got 70 pounds on that kid, you know, like.
Yeah, I remember not caring for Eric on that show. Like, Eric was not my favorite by any means on that show.
Oh, really?
Because, I recognized, like, he's the main character. We're kind of following him and Donna. But he was never funny to me.
Yeah.
Like everyone else on that show I thought was funny. Yeah. Like Kelso and the parents and Jackie. And boy, howdy did a young Marlon really have a thing for Laura Prepon as Donna.
So I think Eric was meant to be more of the straight man, but I get what you're saying.
He was almost an audience surrogate, kind of, just reacting to everybody else and their horse shit.
Yeah, he was the frame of the comedy Christmas tree that the rest of them were the shiny ornaments.
Yeah, exactly. Look at you.
Look at me go. Just wordsmith over here.
God damn it.
But of all of the changes on the network TV landscape in the fall of 2006 to the spring 2007, so the biggest thing, this would be the first time in, 40 years that ABC didn't have Monday Night Football. I didn't know it was that long ago.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that early. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yep. I didn't know ESPN has had Monday Night Football for almost 15 years already.
Yeah.
Fucking reeling in the years, man. That is wild.
But they're owned by the same company.
Yeah,
you can turn on ABC now and watch Monday Night Football, right?
Nope. You gotta have basic cable.
Huh.
Yep.
I would have thought that they...
No, ain't that something?
I'll be damned.
Yep, that was ESPN's trump card in there. This is around that era where ESPN was gobbling up everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got they don't have the complete rights to the NBA, but God, they got a lot of it now.
Yeah,
which that was TNT, TBS, Turner Broadcasting, baby, and now I think TBS just has Thursday nights. And so they got NBA basketball on 3 nights a week. They got a bunch of college shit all throughout the winter. They got tons of college football, which that's why hockey got kicked. Do you remember ESPN circa 2002 was fucking a lot of NHL content because that was the live content they could show.
Sure.
And because I know my knowledge of hockey dropped significantly once they stopped being featured on ESPN. Because I would just hear that mullet head former LA Kings coach who's been the talking face of hockey at ESPN for 20 years.
Oh, fuck. What's his name? Yeah. I can see him.
Yep. Oh, he comes off as a good dude.
Yeah. And long gray hair.
Yeah. And just hearing him drop names is how I learned most my who's who in hockey. Now I have no fucking clue.
Hockey is mostly back to being on ESPN now. The majority of my hockey watching happens on the ESPN Plus app.
Yep. And I almost think too maybe they have a night on ESPN 2 that maybe they show.
Yes, Hockey Night in America.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah. They do a night.
Oh, is that what they call it too?
Yeah,
that's
they call
awesome.
it Hockey Night in America.
I'm trying to think, is it Friday night? Is Hockey Night in Canada on TCN? I think is maybe the channel.
The TSN. But yeah, it's mostly on ESPN. There was a handful of oddball games early on in the season on TNT.
Really?
Which is, they preempted, they had to move AEW Dynamite for a few weeks there because hockey was on TNT. And hockey pulled less than half of the audience that the wrestling did.
I think we've discussed this on this show that at the peak of that 2003 to 2006 or so, televised Poker Mania.
Yeah.
That 7th time ran repeats of the World Series of Poker were drawing 8 times the viewers of a NHL game.
That's insanity.
Think of how easy of a decision that is for the fucking accountants at ESPN.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this literally costs us $14. We're paying an intern to hit play. Or we could spend tens of thousands for each of these, and we're getting a fraction of the viewers.
Yeah, air the old poker, I guess.
Yeah.
I was never much of a watch poker on TV guy. I get it.
I got bit fucking hard.
Yeah. Like I got bit in the way that I started playing poker with my buddies, you know. That was when you couldn't fucking swing a dead cat without hitting a cheap set of poker chips at every store.
Every man over the age of 20 got a poker chip set for Christmas in 2004, 2005. Like, every hardware store had a stack of them.
That silver tin briefcase.
Yeah, you're the right age, too, when you would have been in college.
In the dorms, yeah.
See, we were degenerates, so we were playing poker before the boom. It just changed the game. We weren't playing Texas Hold'em.
Okay.
Yep. I remember my fucking dad and his buddies been playing poker since they were kids, and trying to explain Texas Hold'em to them. I was like, what? No, that's not how this works.
Community cards.
I assure you, this is how it works. Like in a lot of home games, you can't check raise. If that makes any sense. It's, in poker, you can lie in Hold'em, you can lie in the weeds. You can just check because you have a monster hand. Someone can bet, and then you can raise.
Oh, you can't do that in
some
regular poker?
old-timey home games, you either bet.
You can match it.
You can match it. You wouldn't be able to re-raise unless you bet originally, which is insane. That takes so much strategy.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of the poker that people were playing back then, you could have just dealt the cards face up.
Right.
There's barely any strategy,
Yeah. I'm still that way. I'm a fucking awful poker player. But I like playing. I'm just not very good at it.
Yeah. Which I wish I got that kind of enjoyment out of it. For me, it's just I'm just stressing over every decision I made.
Not me. I get fucking pocket aces. I clap with open hands. I'm like, ooh.
Kicking your legs.
Everyone's
like
just
high
throwing
chair.
their cards in. But I'm just happy. Like, I'm thrilled to get the big and small blinds. Like, look, I won.
Look at me.
I got 3 chips.
Like, ooh, these. You're introducing them. I'm gonna call you Pepper Sticks. I'm gonna call you Buckles.
Oh God. Yeah, so all of my buddies in the fucking garages drinking too many beers either love or hate playing poker with me.
And I'm trying to think, for me in 2006, was playing a lot of poker, was kind of wrapping up college at this time, at least undergrad. This is probably around the time I was finally like, holy shit, dude, you have to start passing classes or they're just not going to let you walk in anymore. I was working in a call center, living the dream.
Hell yeah.
And playing a lot of Mario Baseball on the GameCube.
Nice.
Nary a woman was touched. That was very chaste life. I was incelling before incelling was a thing.
Nice. Way ahead of the curve.
Right?
Fucking trendsetter over here.
But unlike those fucking whiny bastards, I understood why I was celibate.
Yeah.
I was not bringing anything to the table. Unless you like someone that can fucking smash the shit out of the baseball in Mario Baseball. You give me fucking Bowser in the cleanup spot, I'm going to set the fucking table, and it's going to be fucking...
It's a real specific lady you're chasing.
We were moneyballing it before that fucking book was out.
I was either done with or about to be done with college. This might be my final semester of college. Not because I finished, but because I'm about to call it quits. I'm working in radio, making no money.
Ooh, yeah.
Living with 2 other dirtbags in a big dirtbag house. Playing a shit ton of Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2007 on the PlayStation 2. Playing with a buddy who would come over almost daily, and we would play probably 2 to 6 hours of Tiger.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
What a time to waste your most high-end physical prowess years. You could be climbing mountains. I'm becoming a mountain.
I was not climbing mountains in 2006. I don't know what my prime physical years were, but I bet they were before I was developing memories, because I don't remember ever being in any manner of prime physical form.
I took second in the 50-yard dash in play day in kindergarten.
All right, now you're just bragging.
So I'd say about 6. 6. I wasn't butter chunks yet at 6. I was still pretty lean and mean. So 6 and 7. Fuck 7. I'm going to toot my own horn. 7-year-old Nathan, you wouldn't want to scrap with.
As far as I know, I tumbled out of the womb looking like a big pear.
Just like a loaf of bread.
Yeah. Sourdough, a round
I don't
one.
even see a neck. That's interesting.
Look like a big round sourdough, like you would make a spinach dip in.
Well, whichever noise makes noise, that's the head, I guess.
Well, they both make noise.
Yeah. Well, I guess you can either go to Mayo or just fucking figure it out on your own, you know.
Punch him in the middle real hard, see if anything pops.
Yeah.
We're on to season 18 of The Simpsons. Can you believe we're here, Nathan?
Look at it. Look at the progress we're making.
Episode 1 is going to make me say a hateful word right away. The Mook, the chef, the wife, and her Homer. I don't know what they're referencing there at all.
It's something, the thief. It's like a European movie of some, like the thief and her lover or something like that.
I figured.
The thief, the cook, the something, and their lover.
Yeah, I had no idea. Are we allowed to say mook?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. We're bringing it back if we're not. Again, I'm an outlaw.
I mean, I feel like we're not the ones to say whether we can or not.
Right?
I once...
My mother's 1/4 mook.
So you can say it.
I can, yes.
My very first night working at the strip club, my very first shift, I was like kind of wide-eyed and naive and like excited for this new job that pays well, but also I'm fucking 21 and an idiot.
You were that young?
No,
huh?
25 probably.
Okay.
But just a wide-eyed nice boy. And fucking within the first 2 hours of that first shift, our short firecracker, short fused Italian bouncer was marching a man out of the establishment because he had to leave for being a dirtbag. And that fella, fucking this 24-year-old jock kid, fucking frat boy idiot, turns to him and says, "Get your hands off me, you fucking mook." And our short-fused Italian bouncer grabbed him by the scruff of the neck like a cat, swept his ankles out from under him, smashed his face into the floor, and immediately hopped down in full mount and started raining punches. Our other bouncers had to descend on him. It's like, oh shit, you're gonna fucking kill this guy. Get out of here. Dude fucking holding a bloody face fucking wanders out the front doors past the DJ booth, and I'm just like, I'm 2 hours in to this first day on the job. Does this happen all the time?
I was going to ask where the Rob Zombie CDs are, but I think this is a hostile work environment.
I was going to ask that Italian bouncer if he wanted to be best friends.
Guess I'll just keep playing Nickelback Rockstar for each of these gals.
What's your favorite Bon Jovi song? I gotta go. It's amazing that I didn't just run out the door.
You stuck to it, and look at you now.
Yeah, look at me now.
The memories that'll last a lifetime.
We're on the bus, and Otto, I don't think that this is accurate here. Otto has his Walkman, and he's listening to Grand Funk. And I don't think Otto's a Grand Funk guy. I think this is bad. I think this is bad writing.
That's lazy. That's what Homer would listen to.
Yeah, that's a Homer band. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's like singing American band, fucking air guitar and shit. And I'm like, I think Otto's a little harder edged than that.
Yep. I mean, but insert any hair metal band and I'd buy it. But Grand Funk is not.
No,
yeah.
You could have had fucking Vixen in there and I'd have believed it.
Yeah. And this stage in this show, if you were listening to Grand Funk in your teenage years, you're fucking in your 40s at least. Otto is not supposed to be in his 40s.
No.
30s. Yeah.
At the latest.
Yeah. Late 20s, early 30s.
I see Otto as early 30s. Yeah. Lisa breaks his Walkman, and then so Otto is upset. I like that. I like the bit of him swapping around on the AM radio, and like he knows exactly what the genre is. There are all these obscure genres like world music, salsa, fusion. Like that was funny.
Did you ever have as a kid? I'd ever a thing for you that you get on the bus and every seat's filled.
No.
So, yeah, that
you're forgetting where I went to school.
So when I was trailer parking it, we were the last kids picked up, and that bus was doing double duty. I don't know if the other bus fell in a fucking lake or something, but it was. I remember because it was. You had literally, if you were a kindergartner, you had two choices. You can sit on the steps, or you could sit with this kid named Danny. And I didn't know why no one sat with Danny. But apparently you weren't supposed to sit by Danny. And I remember one time sitting by Danny. He was normal. I never did anything untowards.
I was like, and that's why I've had this fake hand ever since.
He bit my arm off at the forearm. Just chewed through it with like razor sharp teeth. But no, I think it just came out he ate his boogers, which, at that age is an unforgivable sin. But like, hey, man, you eat your boogers, you do what you got to do.
Have at it, dog. I don't want to sit on the steps.
Sit on muddy fucking steps. Yeah.
Yeah, we for sure never had that level of attendance.
So that's where we were at. I've been in Lisa's shoes.
Yeah. Every time I see Otto with the Walkman on, I'm reminded how fucking dog shit those kind of headphones are.
The foam nubs.
The foam caps with the just one like wire, one piece of metal band up over the top of your head.
Treble.
Nothing but treble.
Yeah. I hope you like treble.
No bass at all. They don't. Oh God, those are trash ass headphones. We should also have Otto past the point of a Walkman at this point.
I don't know. I could buy that, but I'm with you where the Grand Funk was a bridge too far.
Yeah,
like, that's not what he. It's such lazy writing because it's not like being Grand Funk led to a great joke.
Right.
Yeah.
The joke of him like singing and air guitaring would have been just as funny if it were fucking Poison.
Yeah. Or like Iron Maiden.
Yeah. That's who I envision Otto being a huge Iron Maiden fan.
Judas Priest. Yeah.
Yep. He's a fan of Metallica. We know that because he drives past as he's driving the school bus. Metallica's tour bus is broken down on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And I like how James Hetfield is drawn here because like James Hetfield is drawn like a fucking big burly boy.
Yeah, big arms.
He's drawn very yoked, and James Hetfield is not yoked.
And I think he's just big.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Especially when he's standing next to Lars.
Yeah.
And Kirk Hammett.
Yeah. Who are both 4'10".
I bet Kirk Hammett and Lars weighs as much as each of our legs. Like I bet my lower half is half of Metallica.
Yep. And your torso is James.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Hopefully I do not add that bass player.
Robert Trujillo. Yeah. Roman Reigns.
The whole Metallica thing felt really forced, but I didn't dislike it, I guess. Like
it was fine.
Yeah.
Like, get Metallica to do a fucking voice on The Simpsons. I wonder if they had a record coming. This would have been a roundabout Saint Anger, probably after Saint Anger.
Yep, right after Saint Anger, yep.
So maybe they were plugging that, I guess.
Yeah.
I always forget that Robert Trujillo was there this early. I think of Robert Trujillo as being new to Metallica, and he's not at this point. Robert Trujillo's been there a long time
3
now.
years at this point. That's wild to think of. Yeah.
Like, what was the last thing Jason was on? Garage Inc., probably?
Yep.
Like,
or maybe that I Disappear song off of like the
Mission Impossible 2. Yeah. That song fucking slaps. Yeah. I love that song.
I would say the last Metallica song to get much airplay anywhere. That song was everywhere that summer.
Yeah, probably. We played Saint Anger at the rock station I worked at, but not very often because we and all of the listeners knew that it was awful.
Yeah.
So it didn't get a lot of play, but we played it. We played the shit out of Death Magnetic when that came out, too. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking more of like the video, too. Like that video for I Disappear was all over.
That video was everywhere. Yeah. That's a fucking good song, Nathan.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm with you.
I like that song. That song catches flack, though. That song does catch some shrapnel.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
I have not heard it in 18 years, I bet, so I need to revisit it.
You're missing out.
That's my homework.
The kids steal the bus, and while Otto is talking to Metallica, and Metallica hops in the truck with Hans.
Yeah, which is good. I like how they've turned against Otto.
Immediately. Yep. Otto gets to the school where Bart has driven the bus to the school and spanks Bart, which seems so out of place. I don't know.
I bought that, I guess, but did you ever get hit by a teacher or get smacked?
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. I saw it. Like, I saw a fucking science teacher grab a kid in the grade above me by the throat and lift him off the floor. Like,
that's pretty metal.
Yeah, it was fucking metal. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I saw a few smackings, but not a whole lot. It was kind of getting phased out in the 90s, but. Yeah, I was a good boy too. I didn't give many teachers reason to.
Yeah,
I never got paddled. I never got spanked by a bus driver.
Yeah, any bus driver or teacher would never have had a reason to fucking hit me with a.
And we had a bus
anything.
driver that was. Yeah, he would let a kid have it too. Like, we had some animals on our bus. We had the kid that made the Freddy Krueger glove in shop class and slashed up the bus seats. Jeez, that's supervillain shit. You're making weaponry to.
That's an origin story.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So Otto spanks Bart for stealing the bus and gets suspended by Principal Skinner. So now Marge is driving everyone in their station wagon, which A, I sometimes forget they have a station wagon. B, I forget that the station wagons have like a back area for kids to sit in because we never had a station wagon.
Yeah, nor did we. We were
nor
sedans.
did any of my buddies' parents.
Yeah. We were sedan, ride or die.
Yeah,
big 4-door boat. Couple of the more Gucci kids that I was kind of friends with later in life, they were minivan families.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we were always a car.
It was always pickups and the occasional SUV once those became a thing.
You never even had. Yeah, boy, I'm just old enough too that SUVs were not a common thing for moms to have.
You catch a Jimmy here and there, but
it was something like single men had. You know, like. Because I can't picture is my mom climbing into a fucking 82 Chevy Blazer, 2-door lifted.
Marge is driving everyone. They pick up this new kid we've never seen before named Michael, and it turns out that is Fat Tony's son.
He's a real sad boy.
Yeah, it's kind of bummed.
Forlorn.
Even though he looks like Michael from Godfather.
Yep.
Like, he looks like young Al Pacino.
Good call. That's what they're going for.
They did a good job of drawing him. Yeah. We get to school. All the kids are scared of Michael because Fat Tony's his dad, and they don't want to upset Michael for fear of getting killed by Fat Tony.
Yeah, Nelson's so scared that he just starts stammering. The ending is Columbus Day is better than Christmas. He pulls his T-shirt over his head to hide from him.
Yep. And there's a lot of that. We get a few minutes of just kids backing away from him and teachers kowtowing. Kowtowing.
Yeah, I think you got
Is that what that word is? Okay. Lisa finally comes and sits with him at lunch, and he's kind of taken aback, like, "Oh, you're not scared of me?" She's like, "Nah, whatever." And then we get the school day is over, and apparently it's Fat Tony's turn to drive everybody home. So he picks up the kids. We get motherfucking Alabama 3 playing Woke Up This Morning, which is such a good song. Yeah. Like, I'm glad that they got the success of that song on The Sopranos, but I'm bummed that is their most popular song because they have so many better ones.
And at this point, how long has Sopranos been off the air?
6?
Yeah. Not long. But
not long.
Pretty sure it's done, though.
I'm pretty sure, too.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for it.
Yep. I watched it all afterwards.
Yeah, likewise. So we're jamming to some Alabama 3. Some fucking gangster rivals come up and start trying to run them off the road. I love this. He blows their tires out with Milhouse's Garfield 3-ring binder. Like, I thought that was great. He opens the rings so they're open and then throws it out the window.
He gives them a choice between the Garfield and then the Love Is.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll take the cat. It doesn't like Mondays. That's relatable.
We can all relate. Yeah. I like Fat Tony a lot, and I liked this episode quite a bit. So he escapes those other mobsters. We get the Simpsons going over to dinner at Fat Tony's. Tony accidentally double booked the Simpson dinner and a sit down with the rival mob gang, and blames his Palm Pilot, which I haven't seen in an extremely long time.
And this is where we get a lot of the soprano voices.
Yeah, like I think Chris.
We get Chris, yeah. We get whatever, I don't know, was Joey Pants. I don't know how you pronounce his real last name, but like
no idea.
Yeah, very good actor. Very good actor.
Sopranos guys. Yeah. I reckon I don't know what it is about Chris's voice, but I can pick it out immediately.
Yeah.
Like, even though he was maybe my least liked character on that show. Yeah. Outside of Tony's wife, whose name I can't remember.
Edie Falco is the actress.
Yeah, but I don't remember the character's name. Yeah. I remember watching that show being like, boy, if we could fucking whack these two, I would be smooth sailing for this show. So Tony has to deal with this. He's got to go sit down with the other mob family and discuss some peace. Michael has no interest in being in the mafia and just wants to cook, and he makes a nice souffle and just wants to be a cook, has no business being in the mafia.
Yeah.
But like, Tony doesn't know that, so there's a lot of them leaning on like, well, you can't kill Tony because then you'll have to deal with Michael. And it's like, Michael's 12 years old, tops. Yeah. But he comes in and gives Tony and the guys some souffles, and they're all impressed. And then he's like, I just want to be a chef when I grow up. And then they all make fun of him and make fun of Tony because he has a soft-ass son. Tony then is immediately shot up by them from a combat helicopter.
Combat, like Rambo 2.
Helicopter. Yeah. Homer is going to run the mob while Tony is out. We get that fantastic scene of Moe and Homer where Homer is shaking down Moe and because you owe Tony $50, and then Moe is just like, yeah, hang on, my deadbeat customers don't pay me. And then he turns and shakes down Homer for $50, and then Homer gives him the money. Yeah. And then Moe is like, okay, I can only give you $25. That's all I can get out of him. Oh my God, that back and forth is so fucking funny. Bart getting in on the mafia business. He and Tony's boys, Legs and Louie, I think is the other one.
That sounds right.
Fucking whoop up on Krusty.
Oh, yep.
The Simpsons way into being in the mafia. Homer and Bart, in particular, super into being mobsters.
Enjoying it too much.
Oh yeah, way too much. Yeah. To the point where they talk about they're gonna go fucking whack Flanders because he came over and interrupted to let him know he got some of their mail.
Yeah, got their power bill.
Yeah,
like, and then I'll just pay it.
Actually, yeah. Michael pulls the plug on everything. He's like, we're getting out of the fucking mafia business. You Simpsons are fucking done. Pulls the plug, sits down with the other family and surrenders everything. Like, hey, you guys, you got me. My fucking dad's laid up and I don't want this. So you can have all his territory and I'm stepping away. We're done. They eat a celebratory meatball meal and the meatballs are poisoned.
Yep.
So all those guys either are super sick or die. I feel like it's not.
He kills them.
Yeah, that's how I read that. Yeah. And then we do the Godfather ending where he's walking to the door, and Lisa's like, "That was an accident, right? Yeah. Like you didn't mean to poison those guys, right?" And Michael does the Lisa, don't ever ask me about my business, and walks through the door, and the three bullies are in there, and Kearney shuts the doors, and then Lisa stands there for a moment, and then peeks in, and they're playing Hot Wheels. They have a Hot Wheels track, which I thought was a fun ending. I liked that episode. I was into that story.
Yep, I think you liked it more than me.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't much for the laughs. I feel like the jokes weren't there, but it was one of those. Like, it wasn't very funny, but I liked the story.
Yeah. I like Fat Tony. Always like, he's probably one of the ones, like, if you went and like talked to the writers, like, which character are you surprised has been used as much as it has? I bet Fat Tony. I bet, like, if you would have asked them during that first episode, how many more times are we going to see this guy?
Yeah.
I don't know, one more time maybe, just for laughs. Like,
he's like, it was cool to see him be up front in an episode, like have a major. We don't get a lot of Fat Tony episodes, you know?
Yep, good point, yeah.
Like maybe 3 altogether now that he's prominently featured in.
Yep.
Like other than that, it's just a quick drive-by of like, there's Fat Tony.
Or he's just a villain in the last third of an episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Homer starts some harebrained new business that takes off, but then, turns out he's running afoul of Fat Tony in the gang.
Yeah, a lot of that, but never... I am never tired of Fat Tony. You can keep using Fat Tony all you like.
So we're up to episode 2, Jazzy and the Pussycats. I love how this episode begins with the family at the funeral for Homer's Vegas wife. Why would the service be in Springfield? It makes absolutely no sense.
Oh, Christ, that didn't occur to me.
Yeah.
I also like that they don't have her name on the marquee out in front of the church. It says
Vegas.
Homer's Vegas wife.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know they say it during the service, I think.
Yeah, it's like Amber something. Yeah, I don't remember her name.
She wasn't going to let her 8th grade education stop her from achieving her dreams. But it did. And Bart is just being a total absolute shithead during all of this. He's got like the old like paddle and ball thing.
Yeah.
Like, which.
You ever have one of those?
Yeah, a couple.
I like those.
Yeah.
I liked those as a kid. That was like that was a super cheap toy.
That was $1.99 in a cellophane bag. Hanging up in
at the grocery store.
It's a grocery store toy.
The grocery store toy section.
Yeah.
Ooh boy. You want a squirt gun that's gonna just leak everywhere?
Yep. Yeah, the tiny little handheld pistol squirt gun. Yeah.
I wonder if we went down the street to the Hornbachers grocery store, what do you think's in their toy aisle? You think those toys have gotten any better?
I bet there's still some of the same classics.
Yeah?
I bet.
You can buy a paddle ball.
Yeah. Oof,
I bet you can buy a squirt gun.
You definitely can buy a squirt gun, yeah. Do you ever have a good squirt gun? I was the right age for what's the kick-ass brand of squirt gun? Super Soakers, yeah. I never did.
I had like a couple of moderate pistol squirt type squirt guns, but never like a fucking pump and unload. You got to remember, I was an only child. Who am I going to play squirt guns with? You know, like
even for me, it's like just squirting my way younger brother out and living alone on the prairie. It's like he's always crying. I guess I win. You know? like, what do I get?
Yeah, never like I remember having like a clear Desert Eagle squirt gun, like an oversized Desert Eagle pistol squirt gun. Yeah. And odds are I would fill it up and then drink out of it, get that good plastic tasting water. Like I remember having like water balloons that looked like grenades.
Yep, that was
but like, what would I do? Just throw them in the yard, probably.
Well, we just had like a pile of fake guns. Does that look like real guns? Just a pile of Uzis sat in the sandbox. Probably mostly yard sale toys. Like, fuck, this is only a quarter. I guess I'll get this. Just fucking rocking double Uzis like I'm robbed, like airjacking a jet in East Germany in 1977.
Fucking akimbo Uzis like you're in some John Woo movie.
Yep.
Fucking Nathan Young Fat.
Yeah. So Bart, being a shithead, causes absolute pandemonium in the church to the point where they take him to see a child psychologist who, for some reason, isn't Dr. Marvin Monroe.
Right? Why isn't this Dr. Monroe?
Did like something happen to the guy that did the voice for Dr. Marvin Monroe? Like
maybe? I don't know.
That made no sense to me.
Yeah, just wheeled in some fucking new guy.
Yeah.
I like that we have like a sense of ownership over the show at this point where we're like, why would you do this?
They don't ever think to even reach out and ask.
That's not my child therapist from this show, from this episode 15 years ago.
So what comes out of this is that he decides it'd be good for Bart to have a drum kit to work out some of his aggression. And we get another kind of like forced scene with the White Stripes.
Which I was totally fine with.
Oh, yeah. I like the White Stripes. I like that song.
I love that music video.
Yeah. That's
like
Hardest Button to Button, I think is the song.
Hardest Button to Button. Like, I remember that video was big and hard to escape at the time.
Yeah.
And that's a great video. Like, the repeating drum set.
Yeah, like on each that kind of like bass drum hit. Like,
yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah.
And the voice of the White Stripes.
Yeah.
Both
we even
Jack
get
and
Meg. Yeah, we even get Meg.
Yeah. Boy, I feel like they're not around much longer after this.
This is almost the end.
I think they disappeared in, 07?
Right around there.
After
07,
that last
08.
album?
Yep. They're supposed to come play Fargo.
Yep.
At the Civic Center.
And then they just stopped playing altogether.
Never again. Gross.
That's a bummer.
Indeed. So Bart picks up the drums. He's playing day and night and driving Homer and Marge to the point of lunacy because they're not getting any sleep. They convince Lisa to take Bart to some kind of like jazz brunch place. Big way to describe it.
Oh, do you mean jazzy good times?
Jazzy good times, yeah. Like,
from the outside, it looks like a barbecue joint.
Yep.
Like it has like that tin water tower and shit. Like, I don't know enough about jazz to know whether or not this is what a jazz club looks like.
I picture a jazz club as being just some nondescript brick building in downtown of a city, like in the basement.
I think of a jazz club and I think of the place where Murph and the Murphtones are playing at the beginning of the Blues Brothers, where they have that fucking velour carpeting on everything.
Oh, okay.
Like just a hotel bar lounge.
Yeah. I could see that too. So she brings Bart, and some of the other more dorky music kids are there. Like the kid with the glasses is playing a stand-up bass, I think.
Unter is there.
Playing a horn.
Yeah, playing a trumpet.
Yeah, is Martin there?
I don't think Martin's there.
I don't think he is there. So Bart starts playing the drums, and he's really catching on. To the point he impresses a couple like pro jazz guys, like some real deal jazz musicians, which originally Lisa's thinking that they're interested in her and she's super excited, but actually they want Bart to play drums and they make a trio with Bart. And Lisa is fucking, very upset about this because Bart immediately caught on, and he's on the cover of both of Springfield's 2 jazz magazines, which is so great.
First off, they have 2 jazz magazines.
Lisa's on the cover of Dream Denied magazine.
Yeah.
Just so good.
What do they call her? Downbeat. Everyone needs a cool jazz nickname, and hers is Downbeat because you're bringing us down.
Oh, so good.
I don't remember the one, but I love that one of the jazz magazines is called The Sugar Sheet, which I think is just a great name for a jazz magazine.
So Lisa is very upset about all this. Bart just starts playing drums on a whim, and all of a sudden he's the king of...
She's so bummed. Like when he mispronounces the word jazz, and she snaps and is like, you don't even know the name of the thing you're taking from me. Is such a heartbreaking line.
Is it jazzed? Is that
Juzz, I think he says, yeah.
So Lisa is very heartbroken, and she decides to fill that void by adopting a dog at the shelter, and that leads to her being visited by the dog she passes up.
Yeah, haunted by this other dog.
So she feels bad. She goes back and adopts that dog, which leads to her adopting more dogs because a bunch of them are going to get put down. And then they're walking by a going out of business zoo. And she's like, well, come on with.
Yeah.
It's like it's like an elephant, a tiger, a couple monkeys. So now she basically just has like a menagerie of animals.
And a seeing eye dog.
Yep.
Steals a man's seeing eye dog.
Seeing eye dog, yep. And fills them in the attic, which
Yeah.
is not a place for an elephant.
No.
No,
We've learned that on The Simpsons.
Yep.
Like, we've had elephants on this show
there
before.
haven't been elephants in that home before.
This is an elephant-heavy home.
Yeah. We get Homer telling some story about work at the dinner table, and it's funny how few episodes take place there anymore.
When was the last time we saw, like, other than little here and there's, but, like, we haven't seen the power plant in so fucking long?
The last one would have been a couple weeks ago, like, was the outsourcing to India.
Oh,
It
yeah.
starts in, like, the auditorium area.
Yeah.
But that's very brief.
Yeah, we haven't seen Homer's big workstation full of buttons in a good long time.
Like, there are episodes that is, like, the most prominent, like, setting of the episode.
Yeah.
Is the power plant. But,
Especially in those first, 10 seasons.
yeah. So Lisa has all those animals hiding up there, and Bart and his jazz buddies go up there to not smoke reefer.
That was fun.
And Lisa discovers them up there, and that is when Bart is bitten by a goddamn tiger. And they take him to the hospital. Turns out he can no longer drum. Because of this, the makeshift zoo in the attic is found out, and she's told if she can't get rid of the animals in 24 hours, they'll be put down. And it turns out Bart can no longer drum unless he needs some high-end surgery.
A nerve surgery of sorts. Yep.
So the thriving Springfield jazz community decides to do a big fundraiser hosted by Krusty. We get a pretty fun scene where they rattle off all the jazz musicians that are there to support.
And they're all funny names.
Yeah, my favorites were Shaky Premise
Yep.
and D.W. Jitters. Oh my gosh.
Shaky Premise was my favorite. I thought that was very funny.
And the show actually does well. They raise enough money for Bart to have the surgery, but Bart announces he wants Lisa to use that money to help those animals.
Yeah. He wants to build an animal park for Lisa's animals.
We get a hard cut.
Yeah. Done. Fucking wrapped up.
I thought that one was fine. I probably liked it a little more than the last one.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I thought it wasn't as good as the last one, but I was hotter on that last one than you were.
Yeah.
So it kind of all comes out in the wash, I suppose.
So, okay. Nothing
I found
great.
myself liking the jazz stuff, and I'm not a jazz guy.
I've never delved into jazz enough to have a hot take on it.
The extent of my jazz knowledge is, boy howdy, do I sure love the music on Cowboy Bebop.
Good call, yeah.
And that's literally all I know of jazz. Like I know that song by Tank that's in the opening credits, and I perk up whenever music plays during the show, but that's it.
When you drive home for Christmas this year, Spotify a couple of iconic jazz live albums and just let them play
Think
and
so?
wash over you.
Yeah.
See if it can stick.
Like, it's one of those things. Jazz is one of those blueses this way too, where there's so many subgenres that finding the one for you is fucking tough.
Yeah.
Like, it took me a long time to be like, oh, I like this one specific era of Chicago blues. Like, I don't really care for the Delta blues. I don't really care for the lounge blues.
Wisconsin blues.
Yep, fuck Wisconsin blues.
Appleton blues.
Yep, I'm not into the Dells blues.
Dairy-based.
Yep.
My baby's got the bloat again.
Yep, they're
Too many curds.
the blues and jazz are
I mean,
both.
cheese curds, not the people. God damn, I'm supposed to be the outlaw here.
God damn, and you're over here apologizing to the curds.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm slipping.
They squeak when you rub them together. Again, the cheese, not the people. Maybe the people too. If you rubbed me on somebody, I might squeak.
Ooh. Ooh. Stop it, but don't stop it.
One last one. Season 18, episode 3 is Please Homer, Don't Hammer 'Em, which is an amazing title.
For something, an album that came out 16 years before this episode aired.
Do you have a favorite MC Hammer song?
Man, I mean, if I had to choose something, I guess just for how ridiculous this is, maybe like the Addams Family theme off the soundtrack. They do what they want to do, say what they want to say. Because I'm pretty sure that's MC Hammer, right?
Yep, I'm pretty sure.
What were his? You know what it might be? It might be the theme song to his very short-lived Saturday morning cartoon. Hammer Man, Hammer, Hammer Man, Hammer, his magical shoes. He had like talking shoes, like Jesus.
Oh God, they'd give anyone a Saturday morning cartoon in that era.
Have you ever seen the video of Redman talking about his interaction with MC Hammer?
No.
It is worthwhile.
Okay.
Just Google Redman, because it's just Redman. It was within the last 5-10 years, just him hanging out, like kind of like doing a shoot interview. You're just talking about the business and stuff. And it's like, yeah, man, like I think it was like just maybe, skits were all the rage in 90s rap albums. It's just him busting on Hammer in the silly pants.
Yeah.
And someone, like, because he's an East Coast guy, someone just catch, like, oh man, you were really busting on Hammer. And it's like, yeah, just having fun. It's like, yeah, you better watch yourself in Oakland. Like, yeah, right, And then they got to Oakland, and that guy reached out to me, like, you have to be on alert.
Holy shit.
Hammer is not impressed. And he said fucking MC Hammer showed up at their show. I don't know who I think Redman was saying he was like part of like a rap tour thing.
Yeah, he wasn't with Wu-Tang at the time.
And Hammer was like, so here you're busted on me on, and it was like from like 2 years ago. And it's like the beef happened that day. He's like, yeah, it's like, you got something you want to say to me?
Holy shit, and MC Hammer?
And he's like, I was told this could end your life if you don't make the right decisions.
Jesus.
He's like, MC Hammer is surrounded by legit gangbangers. Like, they are not hangers on. They are actual real deal fucking street level gangbangers. He's like, hey man, I'm very sorry if I offended you. Just, we were just kind of clowning in the studio. I was like, I get that, man. It's, you got to do what you got to do. But hey, just make sure, keep my name out of your mouth in that kind of way. But we're okay here. Are you okay with me? Like, I'm very okay with you, Hammer.
Yes, Mr. Hammer.
It's okay. You have fun tonight. You're gonna love this city. And he said, it's like, feels like it's just like I just like fucking got a stay of execution. He said, like
the governor called at the 0 hour.
I was fucking sweating so hard. He's like, there were fucking 10 guys in that little tiny dressing room, all with giant guns in their waistbands.
Jesus Christ! Who'd have thought? MC Hammer?
Yeah. And I'm not doing. Please, I beg of you.
I've got to look it up. Yeah.
Him telling that story is so much better. Like, because he has this look in his eyes. Like, you think I'm lying? MC Hammer don't play.
Homie, don't play it. You and I were just bumping some Redman in the car but a few days ago. Rocking a little Let's Get Dirty.
It's I think one of the more underrated rappers of the last 20, 30 years.
Let's Get Dirty is a fucking killer song.
Yeah.
I fall on the Method Man side of the Method Man Redman solo work.
Method Man's tough to beat. But I might lean more towards Redman.
I think I'll put RZA above both of them. But
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put Method Man there in second.
Yeah. Redman had he never had a big banger hit as a solo artist, but he had some good fucking singles.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Let's Get Dirty is like turn it up too loud and really fuck some shit up.
Would that probably be his biggest solo
song? Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. And him and two other guys had like a collaboration where they did a really good, it's a pretty faithful rendition of Rapper's Delight.
Oh, right on.
It's like him and Eric Sermon from EPMD, I think, and one other guy.
Boy, Eric Sermon is a name I've not heard in a very long time.
Which is weird for a 40-something-year-old white man in North Dakota. I went through a serious EPMD phase about a year ago. Listen, it's tough to keep their albums straight because they all have the same title. It's all Strictly Business, Back in Business.
Yep.
Everything has business in the title. Like, fuck yeah.
God damn it, which one is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just remember, like, all the Fab Five Michigan basketball players loved EPMD because they were like the first big Detroit rap group to break.
Yeah.
Like Chris Webber loves EPMD. That's all I need to hear.
Show me that T-shirt. Right. Chris Webber loves EPMD. I'd wear that.
I'll buy that hoodie.
My favorite MC Hammer song is "This Is What We Do," which is a fucking hot banger.
Was it a single?
Not really. It's on the the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the movie soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
It is the song playing when you first get into the Foot Clan layer and all those kids are playing Narc on the arcade cabinet. That is what is bumping. That song is fucking great.
I think I know the answer to this because I know you are a man who consumed a lot of late 90s VH1.
Okay.
Have you seen, because that's all I ever saw, because I don't think it ever got much airplay, the fucking cringeworthy attempt at MC Hammer being like a gangster rapper. I like the girls with the bumps and the bumps or something like that.
No, I don't know that song.
I just remember from the VH1 Behind the Music, they show a clip of it, and he's wearing what I believe is a black leather thong fucking Speedo.
Oh.
And it looks like he has 2.5 loaves of banana bread shoved in the front of it. And the VH1 Behind the Music, they cut to him being on Arsenio Hall. And Arsenio's like, what's going on there, Hammer? Well, it's what? What do you think? And everyone just died laughing. What do you mean? What's going on up front there? That's all Hammer. That ain't all Hammer. That is, something is off. It was so, his package was so ridiculous. Like, my God.
So unbelievable. Like,
Yeah.
he went so far.
It looked like he had a baby Bjorn in the front of his pants, in the front of his thong. Like,
He went from giant pants to no pants?
to not leaving anything to the imagination. Holy guacamole. I like the girls with the bumps and something like, and it's just him at a pool party, because that was always a popular West Coast rap thing. It was just like a bunch of pretty ladies in states of undress around a pool and people drinking and
partying,
shit.
yeah.
But then for some reason he decides he should be the most naked of all the people. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, when he bucks his hips, if that package swings up, it has to almost knock the wind out of him. Like, it's so big. It'd be like getting hit with a medicine ball if you weren't ready for it. Like, holy moly. Like, I see why he would wear parachute pants. Like,
Oh, God, those pants were full.
yeah,
Back then. You didn't even know.
You think they're loose. Oh, God, I've been take a while to shake that image.
Whew. We are 0 seconds into this episode.
But you know what? We're tackling the hot button topics of the day.
Next time you're feeling like a fun hip-hop jam, throw on This Is What We Do from MC Hammer. That's a legit good song.
I think MC Hammer was the first rapper to change his name in an attempt to be more culturally relevant, too.
Oh, really?
Because he was MC. He became Hammer. In his fame. Just like Snoop Dogg. He dropped the doggy.
Yeah. And went to just Snoop Dogg.
One was far more successful than the other.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, the alternate universe that we're not living in, where Hammer became popular the way Snoop is popular.
Wow.
Well into his old age.
And then thinking back, Snoop was very young when he popped.
Yeah.
But MC Hammer was like in his 20s when he was considered irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
He just fucking threw out Can't Touch This and Too Legit to Quit, and apparently this other Bump to Bump song, and that was it.
Pumps and a Bump is the name of the song, and the chorus is, I like the girls with the pumps and a bump. So pumps, he means the shoes?
Shoes, yeah, it's got to mean shoes.
Yeah.
I see the look of confusion in your face.
So he likes
means
girls with high-heeled shoes and butts.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, like so.
I thought that you thought that pumps
Reebok
meant
pumps.
Reebok pumps.
Oh, fuck. I hope that's... If he means Reebok pumps...
That would be way better.
I am going to rethink everything I ever thought of MC Hammer. I like the idea of a rap video of half-naked black chicks in bikinis with giant, bulky, high-top shoes on and pumping them up.
Pumping them up.
I did own a pair of, one of the only cool bits of clothing I ever owned in my adolescence. I owned a pair of Reebok pumps because my buddy's older brother, JD, outgrew a pair of shoes in like 2 months, which can happen at that age. And I got to buy a pair of pretty much brand new Reebok pumps for a song. Legit one of the best days of my life.
Yeah.
I remember like, okay, this changes everything. Tell you what, did not improve my game at all.
You didn't suddenly get better at basketball?
Sat on the end of the bench pumping away. Just cut off the circulation to my toes.
And then press that little button to release it all. It feels good. I never owned them back then, but I owned them in probably around 06 or 05 when they came back. Reebok brought the pump back.
How many young boys got their first introduction to autoerotic asphyxiation because of their pumps? Okay, build it up, build it up, build it up. Ooh, getting tingly. Oh, release. Yeah. Oh. Just fucking pitching a tent on the end of the bench of their 6th grade basketball team.
Davis, you got to get in there. Not now, coach.
I assure you, you do not want that.
Phew, no one will back him down. Yeah, no shit. So, please, Homer, don't hammer him.
Holy moly, take a bow, Marlon. We haven't done that in a while. We've done an 18-minute dance around.
Yep, just went off the fucking road for that long. We're at the Springfield Mall, which has fallen on hard times, which I feel like is probably accurate in 2006.
But kind of early into the collapse of the malls, yeah.
I like how fucking dirtbag this mall has become.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago. This was a thriving shopping mall on this show.
And I don't want to bring us back, but I got to. It is not a Leatherman thong. It is a Siberian tiger stripe, and it looks like he has an elephant's trunk and 3 tusks shoved into the front of it. It doesn't make sense. Because you think the thong, a Speedo, is meant to hold it up.
Yeah.
You're not all loosey-goosey.
It's a hammock.
He is got so much in the front, he is destroying the structural integrity of the thong that he is wearing. It is so bulbous. It's alarming. It is alarming. And then on the cover of the album, he's trying to be hard. He's got like a fucking leather jacket, but a tough street looking leather jacket.
Sure.
He doesn't look like Fonzie. So that's what he's going. But then in the video, he looks like a male prostitute. Nothing adds up. The women are terrified of him. None of them will look at him directly. It's insane. I can't. Dear Lord. Man.
Sounds like that dick is too legit to quit.
That fucking, there is a...
You literally can't touch it.
There is a woman that realizes you don't always want what you want, until you get it. Jesus. Look, he is at one point in the video in a crab position, pumping his hips, and that thing is flipping into the goddamn air. I am not joking. I know you can't see this from here. The women look like Godzilla has burst onto the set of this music video. Insanity. You can see his taint. It is the fabric from the bulge, and at that angle, that should not have been on TV. It is terrifying. Good God. And no one's smiling. It's Jesus. The men are all 15 feet away at least, because there's other men there, almost all naked. Everyone's naked. No, did you ever see Dr. Dre in women's underwear? No. How did the fucking template had been laid out? He didn't. He decided, I have a dick that will scare a doctor. So I need to make sure America knows about it. He is sitting in a floating pool recliner couch thing, and it's from an equal angle. His bulge rises so much above his thighs, it looks like he has a bowl of popcorn between his legs. It's insanity. That's too much dick. No one Jesus. Look at that. It's insanity. I don't know how he would wear a suit. Fuck. It's only the old stripper ladies that are going near him because they've fought some wars in their life. The young fucking dancing gals, they are not about that life. To think about. They want to have kids.
Or walk.
Yeah, right? This dude is destroying wombs. Oh my God. God damn it. You think you're safe, and you see another picture of him spread eagle. Why does he think that's cool? It's just insane. Insane. Pumps and a bump. Give it a listen. Please. Oh my God. Fuck me. That's a huge fucking package. Jesus.
But like, it's so cartoonish, it's for sure not real, right?
I am starting to think. I think my brain tried to convince me it's fake, so I didn't ruin any self-esteem. I think it might be, man. I think that dude is going through dated. He's stopping. He's fucking picking up, running errands with a cock like that. Just out there in the world, just next to you in line at the bank with that thing just fucking slapping against the insides of his fucking corduroys. Just, how... You're either wearing a thong or you're not doing underwear. Catch how uncomfortable boxers or boxer briefs would be with that?
Oh, God.
It makes no sense. Damn it. Oh, my God. You should see the shadow it can cast. It looks like a fucking, if a fucking Lennox Lewis's arm was in a sock puppet and that was in the front of your pants. It's like... I don't get it. Why is it? Jesus. God damn it. I gotta quit. That almost has to be Photoshop. Jesus Christ. That's insanity.
You've got to stop. You've got to stop looking at him.
I gotta get a new phone. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Oh, what a nightmare you've created for yourself.
Yep. Well, fucking tangle web we weave when we...
Oh, welcome to this new world you live in.
Jesus. Yep. Sucks. Do not need that melted into my brain. Hoofda.
You literally can't touch this.
Yeah, I don't think you can help not to touch it if you were on the set that fateful day. How many people moved back to their hometowns that moved out to Hollywood? Dreams of stars in their eyes. Jesus.
All set running back to Indiana because of Hammer's horn.
What I think I find more alarming is he's not a large man.
No, he's a regular sized guy.
160 pounds soaking wet, probably 5'9". With that, just sick fucking, if someone's just a big, lanky, weird looking dude, you expect to have a huge horn. But when they're just a normal little guy like that, that's what gets you shook. That's like, oh my God. There's no way that can get fully hard. His brain would shut down. The blood comes from somewhere, man. You'd think it starts at the top. Like, oh my God.
Oh, fuck.
Rest in peace, his fucking wife's cervix. Jesus. That thing is beat up. Oh. Boy. I guess we can talk about The Simpsons. You're going to have to do most of the heavy lifting. I got to contemplate a lot of things tonight.
You're just 1,000-yard staring off into the distance.
I finally got it off my phone where we got The Simpsons notes on my phone, thankfully, but it was like fucking, you look into the abyss looks into you. You fucking...
That's probably what he calls it.
Gaze? That's what any woman does not want to hear is gaze into the abyss. Pardon?
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
Oh.
Whew.
I bet the first time he gets intimate with a lady, she's got pen and paper out and just doing the math. Oh boy, Hammer.
Calling a police sketch artist.
You gotta get some fucking like rings around it, like baseball bats when you're swinging with the weights. Put that around the base of it, so you got about 5 inches cut off, and he can't get into you. You're gonna have to get some cheater bars on there. Jesus. It makes no sense.
We're gonna have to bowl with the bumpers up.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It's fuck. Oof.
Oh,
man.
my God.
You need to talk. Like, if you move to a city with a dick like that, you need to let someone know. Like, the city needs to register that somewhere. Like, Jesus. That is an alarming hog. Okay. So Bart Simpson.
He's gonna buy it a different plane seat.
They got one with like a fucking half circle so you can just rest it in it.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Phew.
man. God damn it, Hammer.
So the Springfield Mall's falling on hard times. I guess I know what image I'm using for the Facebook post this week.
Careful what you wish for there, boy. Don't look. Put some glasses on.
It's like an eclipse. Don't look at it without
Flip
sunglasses.
a welding helmet down before you start gazing at those images.
Oh, God. I like Bart in that old arcade where all the games are shitty and Bart doesn't know what any of them are.
There's a... first off, this might be the last time we see Bart in an arcade. We're getting there. I think I said that last time.
Yeah, I think you did.
And there is a Remington Steele
the game. Yeah.
Which is such a good... Because that's like... 80s, short-lived 80s show starring a pre-fame Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, a pre-Bond Brosnan. Boy, that's hard, serious words to say.
We're very emotionally shattered right now. People will forgive us for...
I'm sure he got that. I'm sure he got Bond largely because of that show, right? Because isn't that basically Bond but without the Bond license?
Yeah, kind of, I think, yeah.
I just know, like, the cover of the DVDs is him in a tuxedo.
Did he not really star in any movies in America before GoldenEye?
I certainly never heard of Pierce Brosnan before GoldenEye.
No shit, but you're probably right.
Yeah. Man, GoldenEye's so fucking good. You should watch GoldenEye.
Is that okay? I've never seen a Pierce Brosnan Bond movie.
We've talked about your shocking lack of Bond knowledge.
It was never once a conscious decision.
Yep, it just happened. Much like The Simpsons.
It's like you were a man well into your 30s. You have never seen MC Hammer's thick cock jammed into Zuba material that is stretched beyond its limitations. He never could get his money back because they were not designed for that. Okay. I got it out of my system.
So Bart's in that old arcade playing some games, playing a fucking Asteroids knockoff.
Now my spaceship's crapping more
triangles. Yep. Yeah. Am I supposed to be destroying the triangles or merging the triangles?
Yeah, that's good. When games have such bad graphics, you don't even know what you're doing.
Know what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
Because I am one of the people that got to experience the infamous E.T. Atari game.
Oh, yeah.
My cousin had it. It's like, are we doing the right thing?
Are we winning?
There's only one button.
We're in this pit again. We're in this fucking pit again.
Beep, 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 boop. I guess, another hole? Is it just this forever? Like
they should bury this in a desert in New Mexico.
Way ahead of you.
Yep. Homer in the old candy store is fun and honestly made me want to go to a candy store. As soon as I saw like the bulk candy silo that you open the door on and get some candy, I immediately wanted that in my life.
As been discussed, that is not my stripe of candy.
Yeah, I like it. Like gummy worms or gummy anything. There's probably some peppermint pinwheel discs in that store somewhere, maybe some jelly beans.
Yeah, I am all gas station trash candy chocolate things.
Yeah, and I'm a gummy boy.
Yeah.
Oh man. Whew. Homer gets the gummy worms, but they all come out in one log because they're so old and melted together. It's so gross.
On one of our more recent comedy trips, I bought some discount Reese's products. And I'm so absent-minded, I assumed they were pumpkins. And you're like, holy shit, man, why do they still got Easter eggs? I'm like, fuck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Are those real late or real early? Yeah, you had Reese's Easter eggs.
I didn't even think twice. Oh, fuck, that price is good. I'll take a couple of them. And
there's a reason that price was good, dog.
They were very vintage.
I was going to say, were they good or did they taste stale?
I mean, a Reese's product can be so old you got to chuck it.
Oh, yeah.
But it was edible.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in tree season, dog. You got to keep track of your holidays.
I thought I was only one shape behind, but it turns out I was two.
Homer eats that fucking gummy worm log, which I didn't even really judge him for. I might have. I'd at least taken a bite out of it.
Gotta test it.
I bought some gummy worms not 24 hours ago that had been on the shelf a while.
Ooh, vintage.
Like not a nice soft gummy worm, but like this is like hard around the outside and you really gotta work it. And, like take you all day to finish this bag of gummy worms.
Or like let your saliva do some serious work.
Yeah, it was graphic.
Yeah, tuck it in like you got some Copenhagen long cut.
Chuck it in your chuck it in your lip like a chaw.
Look like a obese Chris Ledoux.
Oh, there's my new T-shirt.
I'm an obese Chris Ledoux. These old gummy worms are bad food. MC Hammer's cock's got me enthralled. We have fun.
What you gonna do with a fat boy? When the gummy worms come out in a log. Oh, fuck.
Oh my God, check out that washed up rapper's hog.
Oh, Hammer, don't hurt him.
Jeez, how can he not? Man.
So Homer chokes down that gummy worm log.
Imagine if you knew that your mom dated MC Hammer before she met your dad, and then you saw that video 25 years later on some I Love the 90s thing. You're just looking at it and looking at like that fucking nice lady that's stirring some fucking beef stroganoff for you and your dipshit siblings. She's just this basic mom, just the fuck? You've seen your dad. You come from that man. You know what he's working with. Like, fucking A. Was his marriage a sham? Was everything a sham?
What is happening right now?
Yeah, right. I started to wonder if you could bear children. Was there a surrogate
Your
involved?
robot legs?
Yeah. Holy shit, explaining that to your friends. Your mom walks kind of choppy. Yeah, she had to get fake legs because fucking MC Hammer fucked her in half.
Jesus Christ.
You think Rocco's Modern Life is on? Hey, hold on a second. Rewind.
Hey, what'd you say?
I just thought it was something happening before we were born. Like,
MC Hammer's out here splitting moms in half.
oh, God damn it.
Jesus Christ. So,
I see it when I close my eyes. It's over for me. So we need to think twice about putting that image up. God.
Homer goes to a bookstore. I was just at a bookstore earlier today. Delightful.
Fun.
I love a bookstore.
Oh, I don't know if I can love anything anymore. It's hard to concentrate on anything.
Homer buys a Time Life Carpenter's Guide, like a set, it looks like a Encyclopedia Britannica set.
I think they still make Time Life book set.
I never remember a Time Life book set. Like, for me, if I think of Time Life, I think of the music. I think of the CDs being advertised.
No. I remember being a weirdo kid in high school and reading the Time Life true crime books. That our high school didn't have the full run of them. They're always usually big, thin hardcovers because they're really big on the images because Time Life magazine has a bunch of pictures.
Sure.
Another thing that's even for me, I think it was actually a late 70s thing. It's one of the things that got them on the map because boomer dads ate it up. They put out a huge, comprehensive, leather-bound Time Life Old West book set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which they're a good read. The pictures alone are great. So, yeah. And then they had Mysteries of the Unknown. As like they put so many
like a paranormal UFO shit.
That commercial aired. Why was everyone airing their commercials at 3 p.m.? People that want to buy that are at work, or
it's for retirees.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
I bet a 67-year-old man would buy a fucking Old West Time Life compilation.
And with the true crime, now that I think about it, a lot of housewives were into that shit back then too. God, like true crime.
It wasn't every everywhere like it is now.
Yeah, true crime nonfiction was huge in the 80s. Like, just I remember seeing these giant, thick ass but still short paperback books. It's just like a blotchy faced fucking Son of Sam on the front of it. You know, just moms just smiling, eating that shit up. You know, like.
And now it's video. Yeah. Now it's every Netflix series.
Right? Yeah.
And fucking like every Making a Murderer, all that shit. Like that, all that. What is it called? What's the slang term for it? Murder porn.
Murder porn. Yeah.
All that fucking Forensic Files and Snapped and all that shit. Yep. Like. People eat that shit up.
It's still huge. It's mostly women.
I've never been much of a true crime guy. Yeah, I read a book about the Black Dahlia murder that I enjoyed, and that's about it. Like,
I'm pretty well versed, but a lot of it, that was a lot of Mike as a younger troubled man.
Yeah.
Now I got other things in my head.
Don't say it. I see the look on your face.
It's in my eyes. You know, I don't have to say it out loud. There's some things worse than death, is what I'm saying.
It's too legit.
It is. Some things are,
too legit to quit.
One could only wish it could quit.
Yeah.
Heard it's still growing.
I've never been I love history, but something about true crime doesn't tickle my pickle at all.
Yeah, no, I got into I like the mass murders and I like the serial killers, which, boy, how was I not playing bass in a shitty fucking Ministry cover band?
You could start.
Right? Yeah, never too late.
Yeah, you could learn you could pull up the tabs for New World Order on your phone right now. It's the only Ministry song I know.
Yeah. Jesus Built My Hot Rod.
Oh, yes, I do know that one, too. I don't like that one, though. I like
Ministry
New World Order.
songs that made it into the strip club rotation? Because they got some good dancing beats.
Jesus Built My Hot Rod and New World Order I played in the club, for sure.
God, that new World Order does have it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. It's all right, it's all right. Yep. There we go. That was fun.
So Homer buys this Time Life carpentry guide. We find out from a letter at school that one of the kids at school has a peanut allergy, so we're no longer allowed to have peanuts in the school.
A great scene where Marge is taking Bart's lunch apart, and it's just endless peanuts. Like, what's this? Good grief, more peanuts. So it's like a Charlie Brown fucking little book.
Yeah, that's the name.
I
of the
probably
book
owned that book. Good grief, more peanuts.
Yeah, I love that everything he has in his lunch is peanut based. Yeah. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich, peanut butter. I think peanut butter cookies or something. Yeah. This also is the first time we're seeing something like that in The Simpsons as well. Like, I feel like we get a lot of what I would call modern shit in this episode, like a decrepit mall and peanut allergies in school. Man, fucking, you know what boomers love? Fucking bitching about kids' peanut allergies. It's like, they might die, so your kid doesn't get peanuts.
Yeah, peanut allergies are not a joke. Yeah. Like, you got any allergies?
I ain't allergic to shit.
Well, I wasn't until...
Not that I know of, anyway. I haven't found it yet. I was in the same boat,
and I got within the last few years, I got a topical ointment for I don't know, probably some kind of abrasion or lesion, and it gave me fucking skull-splitting headaches.
No shit. A topical cream?
A topical cream. I mean, it was on my scalp, and it was like, what is I remember thinking, like, oh, dude, you're about to have a stroke, I guess.
This is it.
Because it was like a headache I'd never had before. And then finally I put two and two together. Oh, it's that cream. And stopped using it. She gave me a different one. Never had a headache like that again.
There's an ingredient in there that you just don't vibe with.
Splits my fucking skull in half.
Did they give you any indication of like, oh yeah, that's a thing that some people are allergic to?
That's a thing. They're like, really? Huh. Like,
crazy.
Well, I guess.
You needed to counteract it with the head on that you apply directly to the forehead.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You're just covering your whole dome in topical creams.
I got fucking toilet paper rolls in the middle of the cream so I could still see out. I look like a Tuscan Raider.
They'll be back in greater number.
He said something about MC Hammer. He's very agitated, just like a Tuscan Raider.
They make that weird honking sound. They sound like geese.
Yeah, they kind of do, yeah.
Marge decides to do some of the carpentry because Homer, of course, not going to follow through on this.
Yep.
And she breaks a floorboard and a dresser or a nightstand all in one fell swoop. So she picks up the book and learns how to do it, and now Marge is doing carpentry.
Yeah, very takes to it real quick. And one thing I got to mention too before this part of the storyline, I think it's maybe when Marge is gonna like ask Homer about this idea. I think it's Homer's watching NASCAR and the announcing of it. It's oh my god, here come the Pecker brothers, Danny and Dale. It's such a great. I think we still do. As I say, when I think of brothers in NASCAR, it seems like a 70s thing, like the Yarborough brothers. But there's the two Busch brothers. Boy, this is nothing either of us can add to. But
no, I don't know
Kyle
shit
Busch.
about.
I think they're disliked, which that's what
I know. I've heard the name Kyle Busch. Like I think
Kyle,
he's pretty good, and so people
disliked.
hate him.
Yep. And real cocky and arrogant, I think,
is
too.
he?
Yeah,
Okay.
and like pouts a lot. Like,
Me too.
That's something. Yeah, it's very sassy. It's like, you can be kindred spirits with Kyle. You need to start adorning yourself a Kyle Busch memorabilia.
Oh my God.
Marlon wearing a fucking burn suit.
Boy, it'll fucking work every time. If I see like someone who's a big enough NASCAR fan to wear a jacket in public, you're like, boy, you must like NASCAR because those are the most garish jackets I've ever seen in my life.
I've only had an affinity towards two NASCAR guys in my life. One was Jeff Gordon. Didn't know anything about him, but I knew that the squares didn't like him. The hillbillies
hated him. Yep, because he was a pretty boy.
Yeah, I think he wasn't from the South.
Yep.
And then I think his name was Mark Martin because he looked like a retired shop teacher. He was weirdly hit his NASCAR prime in like his mid 40s, and he was just like, "What is this guy doing out here?" And he looked like way too little. It's like, is he like Richie Rich? But no, he's really good at this. Like.
I, at one point, was given a Sterling Marlin hat in my youth.
Oh, terrific.
Because,
that's your name.
look, it's like your name. Yep.
Picture like a ham-handed uncle mushing a fucking big flat-brimmed Sterling Marlin onto your head. Thanks, Uncle Richie.
Yeah.
No, don't take it off for the pictures. That'd be cute. It'll be fun. You're 22.
Get it? It's your name.
Yeah.
Also had a lot of Florida Marlins baseball merchandise in my youth when they came around.
Stick your arms up. We're going to put this T-shirt on you now.
Okay. I'm 17.
Yeah, they don't take the hat off.
I'm 22. I haven't lived back home all these years. Marge decides she's going to open her own carpentry biz and does. But she immediately runs up against the obstacle. No one will hire her because she's a lady.
Yep.
They don't want a lady doing carpentry in their homes.
It's 2006. Springfield, get it together.
Superintendent Chalmers.
That was
Holy shit. Yeah. When he's like blocking her at the door and like, well, surely you're not saying no because I'm a woman. And he goes, no, I just have some paintings that you will find distasteful.
That's what I like about that. It's like paintings, like framed pictures on the wall.
You will find them.
Does he say alarming?
Or unsavory or something.
The adjective that he uses is very good.
I like that he decides he would rather not let her in and tell her that it's because he has fucking boudoir
and he
paintings.
Maintains his composure the whole time. He isn't nervous. He accepts the reality of the situation.
Yeah. So Marge comes up with a great idea. She makes Homer the face of the company while she does all the work, which immediately there's some logistical problems. But yeah, so Homer rolls up with a giant rolling like Snap-on style toolbox and is like, okay, I'm going to start working. And then Marge jumps out and does the work. And then Homer finishes, wraps up at the end. Yeah. Seems like a good system that no one will get mad about.
We get some quick gags to her. The whole thing will be like, Marge jump out to work. Oh, he's coming back. Jump back in.
Yeah, jump back in the
out.
toolbox.
Oh, shit, he's coming right back. Jump back.
Yeah.
Out. And we get a Lenny one like that, I think. A Lenny or a Carl.
We get a Lenny and Carl later.
Yeah.
The kids, in the meantime, are trying to find out who has the peanut allergy. Groundskeeper Willie is like TSA security, shaking kids down on their way into the school. And turns out it's Principal Skinner who has the peanut allergy. I like that. Skinner's like, all right, Willie, now throw all those peanuts away. He's like, hold on, Willie's got to get his gob full, and just starts mowing down. Marge is starting to get upset that she's not getting any of the credit for her hard work, because of course that's how this is going to go. So she's upset. Bart, in the meantime, torturing Skinner with a peanut on a stick.
We get peak shithead Bart in this one. Holy.
He puts Skinner through some shit.
This all of a sudden turns into funny games. It's like, Jesus. There's one there was more laughs in this episode than there were the previous 4 in my eyes.
This is a good episode.
There's one where it's just a quick cut. I know Bart is like lighting what look like mini sticks of dynamite and just loading them into the front of it with something else silly. Cats.
Yeah.
and Skinner just catches, well, this can't end well.
Yep.
It's so
He's just
great.
stuffing the front of Skinner's pants
so resigned.
with dynamite and cats.
Yeah. It's like, he's just so resigned that this is what he's going to be.
Well, this won't go well.
Dumps that garbage onto his bed to wake him up and have, okay, you eat this
Hands
now.
him a fork, eat it.
It's like a boot in it.
Jesus Christ. He's shooting him with the fucking tennis ball launcher and then dumps a bunch of pop cans in there.
Is it Bolt or
Buzz
Cola? He's just getting brained by full cans of pop. That would hurt so bad. Goddamn bad. Oh yeah, good stuff though. Good visual gags on
gags,
all of that.
Yeah. Marge ready to snap over this whole thing. And Homer is informing her that the mayor hired us to fix the old wooden roller coaster in town, the Zoominator. And Marge has had enough of this. She's like, fuck you, you fix it on your own then.
There's a good gag too where Homer ends up getting back into the big toolbox, and do the bullies start beating up? Someone starts beating up the toolbox. No, it's Lenny and Carl.
Lenny and Carl earlier, yeah.
Yep. And then
Marge is in there.
And it rolls into a ravine at some point.
Sorry, I didn't know they were going to roll it down the biggest hill in town. Yeah.
And him landing at the bottom with just that whiny cry of his, just poking the door open a little bit.
Yeah, that's here at the roller coaster when he's hiding in there and he's talking to himself, hiding from the rest of the construction workers. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I said I'd pay those guys $50,000, and I don't have any money, and they're just listening.
Because they're all like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Hey, it doesn't matter. He's going to pay us $50,000. Oh, I forgot I said I'd pay him $50,000. I don't have that kind of money. And then they all just walk.
Yeah, and he
that's when he falls down.
Yeah, falls down the ravine. And him peeking out the corner because it kind of lands face down. So he's trying to look out the door. In the meantime, Skinner, while he has to go to the fucking comic book shop and breastfeed a Bilbo Baggins doll in the window, and comic book guy is like, oh, so Bart found your kryptonite, and Skinner doesn't know what that is. Of
course not.
So comic book guy explains it to him, and he's like, oh, I wonder if maybe Bart has a kryptonite. And so we get Skinner breaking into Hibbert's office and reading Bart's medical file. Finds out that Bart is allergic to shrimp. So now we have Bart coming to the principal's office to torture Skinner with his peanut on a stick, and Skinner has a shrimp on a stick.
Yeah.
And they proceed to have a fucking on guard fucking stick fight set to John Williams' Dueling Fates from episode 1, which is so fucking good. I love that song so much. As soon as it started up, I was like, oh shit, Dueling Fates. I was super into it. And it gets ridiculous. It gets like Peter and Chicken ridiculous. Where they're fighting on the top of a fucking moving school bus and shit.
Yeah, I forgot about how, going through Chinatown, sliding down the lamps on a string.
Yeah, they end up in Little Bangkok. Yeah. And they end up in a fucking Thai food factory over a peanut shrimp vat. Because Thai food uses a lot of both of those. I don't know I've ever had them together, but... and they're fighting, and they both fall in the vat.
And just start mutating.
Immediately bubbling like that dude that falls in the acid in RoboCop and then gets hit by a car. So Those two are out of commission for the time being, and we get back. Homer is unveiling the roller coaster, which he has not fixed.
Yeah.
And is like, I'll ride it and show all of you. Like, he won't fess up. He won't just say Marge did all that work.
Yeah, because heaven forbid.
Yeah, his male ego won't let him do it. So he hops on the car, which immediately starts going wrong because the fucking roller coaster isn't fixed. And Marge is like running ahead of him, fixing the track ahead of him so he doesn't die. And then the car comes to a stop at the end, and he fesses up that, hey, Marge did all that work. It wasn't me. Gives her all the credit. And then the roller coaster collapses on top of him, and he wakes up in the hospital next to Skinner and Bart, who are throwing peanuts and shrimp at each other still in the hospital.
More lumpy.
Yep.
And then Marge just walks out. I like that too. Just
she's like, okay, thanks for that, and just walks out, leaves them be.
Her child and a grown man throwing allergens at each other.
Yep. Deadly allergens that they both have. Probably my favorite one of the whole batch.
Oh, by far. This is a very good episode, I thought. Yeah.
I liked this one. The laughs were there. The story was there.
Been a long time since... I would say this is, unless there's something I'm forgetting from early on, I'd probably put this laughs-wise ahead of almost anything from season 17.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would have to go back and look. They all run together at this point.
Yeah.
So it's tough for me to make statements like that. And that's it. That's another batch in the bag. That is episode 76.
We're now officially probably past the halfway point.
Yep. We've got to be.
Yeah.
Yep. Because it's 34.
Okay.
Or maybe 3 or 4 that's on TV right now. Yeah. So we're going to catch it, probably.
We're going to do it.
We are telling jokes. What days this come out? Tomorrow in Harvey, North Dakota.
Oh, yeah. So if you're listening in Harvey and if you're listening in beautiful Fargo, North Dakota, I will be telling jokes on Friday.
Oh, look at this guy. I will be having drinks with some out-of-town buddies on Friday and making a batch of apple pie. I'll save you a jar, my friend.
That'll some rocket fuel there.
That'll fuck you right up. Happy if you're in America and celebrate Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving on Thursday, so
do what you do.
Y'all enjoy that. If you're from not in America, if you're one of our lovely Irish listeners, you do whatever you do.
You do, yeah. If you have some anti-pilgrim sentiment, fuck them.
Set a buckle hat on fire.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, take a healthy shit in a buckle hat. Cut 2 holes on each side of the top and wear it as underwear as defiance.
With the buckle in front?
Yep, buckle in front.
Perfect.
Yeah. Cut like a hatch at the bottom for your unmentionables.
Oh, I didn't have plans for Thanksgiving, but I do now.
Yeah. Gotta buckle it up.
I'm gonna wear a buckle hat as pants and speak in an Irish accent all day just to really honor everybody.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Really cover all your bases.
Yeah. Next week, we will do episodes 4 through 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 from season 18 of The Simpsons. You know which episode we get next week?
A Treehouse of Horror?
Treehouse of Horror, baby.
We do, yeah, that time.
Yeah.
We're hitting a stretch where the seasons are starting a little earlier, so they don't start with the Treehouse.
Start with it anymore. Yep. So I think this is the second season in a row that they're doing that.
Not third, yeah.
I think baseball has something to do with that.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
So, yeah, 4 through 8 of season 18 for next week. You can find us on the internet at Barley Basket USA on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And you can email the show, barleybasketusa@gmail.com. We want to do a comedy show in Columbus, so one of our Columbus listeners, give us a buzz.
Tell us where to call.
At that email address. Or
nice
hit us
boys.
on the Facebooks or the Twits.
Yeah,
or
we won't ruin the bathrooms there.
Instagrams. Yeah, well. Yeah.
I mean, that's Ohio. They've had some... There's some unhealthy people there, too. We're not doing a show in Santa Barbara.
We can't be that different shaped than people in Ohio, right?
We're just a different kind of mush.
Yeah, we're a different flavor of mush.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going to go watch MC Hammer music videos.
Yeah, I'm going to try to forget them. Which I think is going to be an impossible task. But
I'm rooting for you.
If you are one that believes in prayer, I could use it because I am scarred. God damn it. Jesus.
Hammer don't hurt them. Everybody enjoy yourselves.
Stay away from MC Hammer. Thanks, everybody.